Yes, thank you. That's a great question because, intuition is something that we hear about a lot. And if we look at it from different perspectives, then we hear different answers. So the way that intuition shows up for us individually as people is going to be different. But intuition is really that sixth sense. It's that sense that outside of the five senses that we have, the physical senses that are in interaction with the physical world around us, intuition is that sixth sense which collects information and processes that information. It collects that information from an altered state, from an altered place of consciousness. What does that mean? Well, that means that you're collecting direct answers from what we can call our higher intelligence, we can call it spirit, we can call it God, we can call it an altered state of consciousness. The sixth sense or intuition gives us information which is directly known internally. So it's an experience that we're having. It's not like we touch something and then we feel the result. It's like we sense something inside of us, and we know that whatever we're doing or hearing or feeling or sensing is absolutely true, even though we will have difficulty to explain it to somebody else. And this is one of the things that I struggled with, especially in the beginning when I was practicing the techniques when I wanted to become a Silva Method instructor, is that intuition is something that doesn't have a logical explanation. And because it doesn't have a logical explanation, it's very hard to explain to other people what it is. But if you look at intuition as being that highest intelligence which is connected in this altered state of consciousness, where we are connected to the greater good, to the greaterness of everything that's around us, then we have a better sense of how we will be able to communicate with that. And our intuition is not something that we can explain to somebody else, but it's something that we must experience internally. For instance, if you look at the sofa I'm sitting on, this yellow color, you could, if you look at it and you look at what the color is, and I say, hey Savvy, what color is that? What would you say?
So it's kind of like brownish, sort of.
Okay, so it's kind of brownish, maybe a camel color, right? And I'd look at it and I'd say, well, it's, I'd say it's more yellow. But we both are able to see the same thing and make up our minds as to what that is. However, with intuition, it's something that you're experiencing internally. No one else is able to tell you what you're experiencing. That is your experience only. So intuition is in fact a very personal experience, one that when you get it and you sense it and then you follow it and you become more confident with it, you will trust it more and more. It's like going outside of your comfort zone of those five senses, right? Of hearing, of seeing, of smelling, of tasting and touching, into a new reality, a new consciousness. And when we're in that space, then we are able to collect much more information.